going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dead on Dave, and we are here live for your weekly baseball greatness. And of course, I can't do it on my own. No, it's midnight here in Germany. I can't do it by myself. I tried it last week, failed miserably. So coming back this week, my hitting instructor, my good buddy, my co-host, the abstract of man, the human Adonis, the mound of muscle, Jeff the Huffman. Jeff, the fucking flu, food poisoning, can't keep him down. Huffman, what's going on, Huffy? How you doing, buddy?
Well, it's not keeping me down today. You didn't see me yesterday morning.
I'm sure
Jesus.
It was beautiful.
It was not.
Firing from both ends and the whole shebang.
It was quite awful, actually.
I imagine. Raw biscuits, worst thing in the world.
I think it was the chicken I picked.
Chicken gets everybody. Man, we've got ourselves a hell of a week. We didn't do it last week. Ended up doing solo because I dropped the ball the day before. But here we are reunited, and it feels oh so good talking that wondrous sport that is starting to really click, even though it still feels way too damn cold to be playing baseball. Holy shit. My God, freezing cold in Chicago. Same thing in St. Louis. It's cold everywhere. Can't play baseball in this weather, but they're trying to do their best at doing everything they can. And you know what? We've had some pretty damn entertaining baseball thus far, and we're going to get to the good. We're going to get to all the great stuff, but we've got to open today with the only thing that you really can. It's the biggest story in baseball. Whenever the reigning hitting champion, batting champion gets suspended for 80 games, you got to talk about it. Dee Gordon suspended 80 games for PEDs. He tested positive for 2 of them. Happened back in spring training. He did start to fight it a little bit. The appeals process was dropped the other night after a victory. And then the big bombshell hit. No leaks, no nothing. Nobody knew it was coming. Dee Gordon, who weighs all of $175, busted for steroids, and he will miss the next 80 games. Ironically, or coincidentally, whatever, I just got rid of Dee Gordon 2 days prior.
I was going to say, pretty good trade there that went down, I'd say.
Garrett Cole, baby. For Garrett Cole, SF man is not happy about it. But what are you going to do? Them's the breaks. But it is what it is. Dee Gordon, 80 games. What happened here, man? What is going on?
Well, I mean, when he was with LA, I mean, he could barely hit his weight.
Right.
Then all of a sudden he goes to Miami, and he turns into Pete frickin' Rose.
Yes, he does.
So, and then he got off to you said he got busted for this in spring training.
Yeah.
And he got off to such a horrible start this year. Kind of leads you to believe, okay, hey, this might be a little bit of a fluke.
People tend to associate steroids with power. It's not necessarily for that. Steroids nowadays, it's much more of a biometric science. It's more about getting healthier, faster, stronger muscles in different ways, being able, reflexive, all these different things. Things that can help a ball player nowadays in the game.
Being able to improve without your thing falling off.
What's that?
Being able to improve in every physical attribute without your thing falling off.
Exactly. Any of your things falling off. I mean, that is what the steroid science has become. And Dee Gordon, look, there's no question he didn't do this for power, but maybe recovery time, whatever the case may be. Here's what
Reflexes.
We know. This is a guy who is a career 327 on base percentage guy. He's his batting average is decent, usually around he's like a 280, something like that, career guy. So it's not like the talent's not there. But this is not a guy who should be winning batting titles. It was very weird what happened, and I think that it's fair to associate the PED use with this situation. SF Man says he hears it's going to be reduced to 40 games. I highly doubt that. I'd like to hear your source on that, because he got caught dead to rights, and even though he said he didn't know what he did, basically anybody with any knowledge of steroid use is saying that's absolute bullshit because of what he got caught for, which are two types of PEDs. there's no way you couldn't have known. So I don't know if he's going to get reduced. What's the long-term effects here? Obviously, Miami, not a contender, but this affects Dee Gordon even more. Not his wallet, and that's the thing I want to talk about. What do you think about this Dee Gordon long-term situation?
I mean, he just got into a pretty nice deal, so I mean, he's not going to be hurting there.
Yeah.
But I think this could definitely hurt him once that contract is up. People won't want to trade for him, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, the reality is, if he comes back and he's able to hit, this is just going to go away. I mean, you've got former PED users on your team, guys who have gotten caught. They went on. As long as you can produce, it doesn't matter. Don't get caught. Continue to produce. You're going to have work in Major League Baseball. I have no problem with that. Here's what I have a problem with. There is no real deterrent for people not to use steroids. There's no reason not to use it. And here's the thing. If you can use it early in your career and not get caught and get a $50 million contract, just like Dee Gordon did, you fucking won, because baseball is guaranteed money. It's the only sport where 100% of the money is guaranteed. There's no cutting you, no nothing. It's guaranteed skizzo. It's money. You're done. You're done. That is what needs to change. Baseball wants to, I think baseball does a great job with the suspensions, with all of this. I think they do a great job with it.
Oh, yeah, by far.
They've overhauled the PED stuff. But to really hammer this home, if they want to make a change, there needs to be some type of amendment in the contracts that if you get caught using roids, performance-enhancing drugs, that you lose that money, that team has the right to cut your ass if they want to. That is it. There is no other recourse. Is there any other way that you can try to take steroids out of the game completely other than fuck with their money?
I mean, I don't really know. I mean, because that really seems like to be the only logical choice. Because obviously, suspending people a certain amount of games doesn't do anything. I mean, hell, Henry Mejia got banned from the game because of it. He got caught 3 times.
Yeah.
For the same thing, too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy when you think about it that it doesn't stop. It's not going to stop because there's no reason for these guys not to use it. There's just none. You're going to make more money because of production, and your money can't be fucked with. Plain and simple. People
in any baseball league all around the world, I mean, somebody is going to do it. I mean, you're not going to completely eliminate it. The ultimate goal is to get to the big leagues. Yeah. And people are going to do whatever it takes to get there.
And then once you're there, you're competing against all the other major leaguers to get more money, to get a bigger contract, to become a bigger star. So there's always going to be incentive to cheat. There's always going to be incentive to look for advantages. Baseball, they can't fix everything. Obviously, we saw it the other day, your boy Molina catching somebody with binoculars. Teams are always going to look for advantage. But with performance-enhancing drugs, there is a perfect thing that they can do to snuff this out. You mess with their money. You stop.
Attack the checkbook.
Yes. You make it, if you fail a test, then once it's 100% done, obviously you're going to have to do all that, make sure that it's 100%, they failed the drug test, blah, 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 whatever. Once that happens, that team should be able to cut your ass, and they should not have to pay you a dime. A dime. But here's the thing. Not all teams are going to want to do that. I mean, I'm pretty sure Miami's not going to get rid of Dee Gordon because even when he comes back,
right.
Dee Gordon is a speed guy. He's a good defenseman. He's going to have value beyond his bat. He's never going to win another batting title. I would almost bet my house on that. So it is what it is. It is what it is. What do you think of players speaking out? Mainly Justin Verlander, who's been very opinionated about this in the past. He's pissed off that he can't believe that Major League Baseball allows guys to fail a test and then play and affect games. That's becoming the big point of contention. Mm-hmm. That Dee Gordon affected ball games while being known as a cheater. Now, do you take that side, or do you feel that a player has the right to play while letting the appeals process play out. It's a double-edged sword, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if he got caught in spring training, absolutely not.
Yeah, you would
Why
think.
Why is this going on this long? And, I absolutely love every time something like this comes out. Justin Verlander is almost always one of the first ones to speak out on it,
Yeah.
and I absolutely love it. I agree with him because if I'm playing in the big leagues, I'm doing everything the right way. I'm not taking any shortcuts.
Yeah.
And I see Joe Schmo over here who hits a $125 his first year, and then he comes out and hits 330 with 30 bombs, driving in 120. Yeah, I'd be really pissed off about that.
Just a little bit. Especially when your only performance-enhancing drug is being in a relationship with Kate Upton. Because that's a life-enhancing drug.
Yes, It is. Yes, it is.
He's going to be the best Verlander he could be every single day. By the way, real quick, off topic, I buried Justin Verlander earlier this season, and he is pitching marvelously. He's not Justin Verlander from a few years ago.
No, he's been pretty well.
But he's been pretty damn good. Yeah.
Been pretty good.
They'll take it. I was just about to say this. The Acting Maniac in the chat just said this very same thing. Whenever there's a suspension, appeals are allowed. Same thing happened in the playoffs last year with Chase Utley. After he broke a guy's leg off, he played and didn't serve his suspension until the beginning of this year because of the appeals. So it's not just steroids. It's any type of suspension can go through the appeals process. But there is a difference between serving a 2 or 3 game suspension and an 80 game suspension. I don't know. I honestly don't know how I feel about this because I feel a player should be able to appeal whatever he wants to, especially if he has a good case, a good strong case that he didn't do whatever he's being suspended for. But at the same time, man, affecting games, especially early in the year,
Right.
I don't know,
Right.
man.
Right.
I don't know. It's people say the games early in the year don't matter. You know what? I hate to do this to my Cubbies, but had they let Chris Bryant play the first 9 games, whatever it was last season,
Yep.
they win two or three of those games that they lost. We're talking about not having to be a wild card team or whatever. I mean, granted, we end up going to the NLCS anyway, but you know what I mean. It's there.
Right.
It's there.
Hey, you wouldn't have gotten Pittsburgh boy breaking his chair.
Very good point. Very good point. Something very ignorant was just said in the chat, and I know it's just to get me pissed off. SF man, who is creeping up in Pittsburgh boy territory as terrible baseball guy. Wow, I can't believe the White Sox are better than the Cubs. In what fucking measurable are the White Sox better than the Cubs? Let's look at this. They have fewer wins than the Cubs. They have more losses than the Cubs. They've scored less runs than the Cubs. They've allowed more runs than the Cubs. There is no measurable on this planet that the White Sox are better than the Cubs. And now I shun. You know what? I'm putting you on timeout for that stupidity. There you go. I need just because I want you to think about your life decisions. Oh, you believe this shit? White Sox. You made me talk about the White Sox. Thanks a lot. Ugh. Unbelievable.
They're off to a pretty good start, though.
They are off to a good start. As much as I hate them, they really are playing really, really good baseball in a tough division, man. Where now even Cleveland is getting back into it. They've crept back to Mount 500. It seems like a lot of teams are playing good baseball early on this year. You just look at the records, man. There seems to be a fuck ton of teams that are over 500 right now. At 500 or over 500. There's a lot of teams.
No, that's good to see. I mean, it keeps everything interesting as the season goes on.
Yeah, it's exciting. Good God, it's exciting. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Moving on just a little bit. Dee Gordon is Dee Gordon. He's going to be out for 80 games. I don't see that being shortened, but who knows? You never know in baseball. So from a cheater and on to a team that is surprising the dog balls off of me, the New York Mets. New York Mets, last week I sat here and I told everybody that would listen that I did not see them catching Washington. I just don't see it happening. at the end of the season, I see Washington win this division. I still feel that way. This amazing week that the Mets have had, and they're undefeated, like they're about to win their 8th straight or something like that. They're 14-7. They're playing out of their minds. Neil Walker, what the hell? Change of scenery guy. I mean, incredible what he's doing. Michael Conforto, incredible. On base percentage of 447, hitting 343. The dude is absolutely raking. Cespedes got his game going. I thought he was dead in the works. But they're all coming to life in the past 10 days. And now the pitching staff has gotten together. So the question is Washington in trouble?
Oh, wow. Jeez. Voice crack. No, I don't think they're in trouble quite yet. They just took Nationals just took the first 2 against the Cardinals. Yay.
And they also just got swept by the Phillies.
Yeah, that's true. So you can look at that one of 2 ways. I don't think they're in trouble just yet. No. Papelbon's had some issues as of late, but
not getting people out, that's an issue. Yeah.
Yeah, I not yet. I don't think they're in trouble just yet.
They've got to start picking it up because the reality is, without Bryce Harper, that team is dead in the water. They need to start getting some of these other guys going. And if not, they might be a candidate for a team that'll make a move early because they can't have another season where their shit goes down quickly. They've got to get their stuff together because the Mets might be for real, man. If the Mets play the entire season the way they played the second half, and most importantly, in the playoffs, the Mets are a very dangerous team.
I think very well could.
Better than anybody.
Which they very well could, because I like this lineup a lot better than last year.
It seems more balanced. I don't think anybody thought that Neil Walker was going to come in and do what he's done.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to do this, but I thought he was going to be an upgrade at what they had.
I don't know. Upgrade over Murphy? I don't know. Murphy turned into Babe Ruth in the playoffs.
Yeah, I like Neil Walker more than Murphy.
Murphy's still raking right now. It's not like he's fallen off the map either. So they're both playing very, very well. Neil Walker is playing better, but it's.
Neil Walker can catch the ball.
He can. Daniel Murphy right now. Let's keep this in perspective. Daniel Murphy's hitting 370 with a 433 on base percentage. He's only got 2 home runs and 11 RBI, but they're using them primarily early in the lineup. On the other side of that, you got Neil Walker, who's hitting 307 with a 330 on base percentage. So his on base numbers is not there. It gets a little bit disconcerting for the rest of the season, but he's got 9 dongs and 19 RBI. So I mean, it's really, you'll take either one of them, especially at second base. So I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Personally, I'm still going with Daniel Murphy.
Fair enough.
433 on base percentage and hitting 370. I'm sorry, I'm taking that.
Fair enough.
I'm taking it. I like the 9 home runs, though. I don't know. But
actually, speaking of home runs, just real quick, I'm not real big on home runs. I'm not a guy who says, okay, you have to hit 403 home runs a season.
Yeah.
When you're the Atlanta Braves, you have like 5.
Yeah.
First month, you know what? Hold on. I want to see how many home runs they have right now.
I think they hit their 6th. I think they hit their 6th yesterday. I think Freddie Freeman hit his 6th.
No, they have 5.
Oh, that was their 5th. Okay.
They have 5. They have 5 home runs. That is sad. That is really sad. The next closest, you got a couple teams with 18, or you have the Dodgers with 16.
Oh, there's not even another team in single digits. Oh my God.
They have 5.
That's not good. Well, I don't know if you know this or not, but the Braves are really, really bad.
They are. They are. They
28th in runs, 27th in batting average, 24th in on base, and 30th in slugging. 30th in slugging. This is a bad team, and they're not much. They're basically the same metrics on the pitching side too, all in the late 20s. Not good. This is a terrible team. Terrible team. 289.
Oh my God.
They're awful. They're awful.
They are really bad. I don't know how many times in the last couple days I've seen AJ Przinsky just drop a ball. I
Yeah.
it's very sad.
Well, when you're 100 years old, I mean, those things are going to happen.
That's true. That's true. Your reflexes tend to go as you age.
They do. They do. I do want to kind of go back on something I said. I kind of made fun of Washington for losing to the Phillies. Quick amendment to that.
Yeah, they're not a joke yet.
Phillies are not that bad, man. Phillies are playing really good baseball. That being said, I mean, I'm not exactly saying the Phillies are going to be in contention here, but they're not a terrible team.
Give it time.
They're not a terrible team. But the Braves are. And do you have a problem with teams losing like this? I mean, we talk about rebuilding versus tanking. This doesn't feel like rebuilding. I understand that their minor league system took a huge jump between years because of some of the moves they made last year. But this doesn't even feel like a competitive lineup out there. You know, it's really, really bad. What do you think about these Braves? And can something be done? Is there a difference in baseball between flat-out tanking and rebuilding? And what is the difference if there is one?
I don't know if the Braves are tanking right now, but I mean, this is pretty much as close as you can get.
Yeah.
I mean, this doesn't even. I don't even know if this is a AAA team they're running out there right now.
It's bad.
It is pretty bad. You got Freddie Freeman. I mean, yeah, he's decent, but he's nothing spectacular. I did like them picking up Ender Enciarte, but. Who do they have that can pitch? Who else do they have in their lineup? Can you name them?
When their best hitter is Nick Markakis, you know, it's time to reevaluate. And no offense to Nick Markakis, but he's Nick Markakis.
Right. Know? I mean, he's not going to give you anything power wise. But no. I mean, the dude never swings and misses at the ball, and he's got a cannon out in right field. But other than that, he's not going to give you a whole bunch. Your catcher is 40. Your starting catcher is 40.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
And like I said, Freeman. I mean, he isn't anything like people thought he was going to be.
No. People were anointing him as the next big thing, and it just never happened. I'll tell you who is really good, though. He pitched against the Cubs yesterday. This kid Blair, he was really good yesterday. He's a young kid. This guy could pitch. I like him quite a bit. This is a guy. They got a lot of young kids down in the minor leagues that should make this team good. They're moving to a new stadium next year. I get all that. But this is a team that, it's Atlanta. They have money. This is a team that can spend.
Everybody has money.
That's true. That's true. It's just whether or not you're willing to use it.
I guess you could say that they possibly could be tanking for the opening of the new stadium next year. That way they can just march out the 27 Yankees, so to speak.
But doesn't that sound familiar? Didn't we just have this a couple seasons ago when a team was getting ready to move to a brand new stadium? They changed their name, in fact. They went out and they got every high-priced friggin' Hispanic Latin free agent and traded for every Latin player with a name. I believe it was the Miami Marlins. They went ahead and did this.
Yeah, and how do things usually turn out for the Marlins?
And they all got traded by midseason. It was awful, and nobody went to the games. It's a really pretty aquarium. That stadium has a beautiful aquarium wrapped around everything, but nobody goes and sees the games because it's an awful, awful, awful product. And now Dee Gordon's gone for 80 games.
Meanwhile, Giancarlo Stanton sits there and questions life.
Play your way out of there, kid. Jesus, why did he sign that deal? He'll never do all the years.
I can give you 320 reasons why. 320 million reasons why.
He could have got that money anywhere.
He could have.
The Yankees might have gave him $400 million because they're going to pay Bryce Harper $500 million in 2018 because Bryce Harper, come hell or high water, will be a Yankee in 2018. And he's going to get paid $500 million to do it. Whew. Woofa. That's going to be a lot of money. And then if Chris Bryant is able to put up comparable numbers, he becomes a free agent in 20 or 21. he might get even more than that. I mean, it's ridiculous.
We'll see on that one.
Hey, Chris Bryant's got the talent. He's got the talent.
I'm not saying he doesn't.
We'll see. It's still early, I agree. And he's kind of hurting his ankle right now. Sean Bonner in chat asks, Dave, you're from Chicago. Why hate the Sox? I feel like you should slap yourself for asking that question. The funny thing is, I'm from the South Side, and I hate the Sox. I did not let my geographic location alter my sensibilities. I'm a Cubs fan, born that way, can't help it. I bleed blue. Well, technically, I mean, to most people, I probably bleed Crisco, but I bleed blue. I love my Cubs, always have been, always will, and fuck the White Sox. There you go.
There you go.
There you go. I can't really say too much more than that. More stupidity out of SF, man. He says, the Sox have a better ace. Yeah, Sale's better than Arrieta. Okay, Sale's great. Sale's not good. He's great. He's fantastic.
Sale is basically Randy Johnson.
But Arrieta's the greatest thing going in the game right now on the rubber. Arrieta is... When people are talking about, man, he had a bad game, he just wasn't himself. He gave up a run. He gave up 5 hits and a run, and everyone's like, man, what happened to Arrieta? It's like, that's how good this guy is.
No, it's not even fair. He throws the fastball mid-90s, and it moves. It moves in a random direction, just ever so slightly, but...
It's he's got that tail action to it, and he also has that ability to go up in his zone with it because he's got that movement. Unbelievable command of his fastball. He works at a crazy, crazy rate. He's just a man. He's just the fucking man. I love him. There's a lot of good pitching going on. Look at Jordan Zimmerman. Look what he's doing right now.
Yeah, that's turned out okay for the Tigers, hasn't it?
All right, SF Man. He says, I can call in and derail your argument. SF Man, call in right now. Derail my argument. Let's battle right now. Why the what?
Should I get some food for this?
Oh, get your popcorn. SF Man, I'm challenging you to call in. Let's talk about the White Sox versus the Cubs. You really want to I can't believe you want to have this conversation. Oh, I'm going to absolutely fist fuck him on the air. It's going to be great. I can't wait to do it. Please call in, SF. Please call in. He's driving me crazy. I'm probably going to kick him out of the league.
I know what you're feeling right now. I can sense that you have the same feeling inside you right now, waiting for this call. The same feeling that I had when I waited for the Blues to beat the Blackhawks.
Probably,
I sense that feeling right now, and I can let you know when you're able to release it. It is just it's the greatest feeling in the world.
Yeah, and also I hate SF Man. He makes me insane.
There you go. I mean, there's another valid reason.
You know what? Don't call in. Don't call in with your trolling ass. I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to hear your half-hearted arguments. I'm not letting you take over my show. I'm not giving you that. Let me study and I'll call in. What the fuck? Did you see what he just wrote in the chat? Let me study and I'll call in. You know what? You're going on timeout again. That's unbelievable. Let me study and I'll call in. Unbelievable. Anyways. Moving on,
I got a lot of that to do.
Little bit on the Cubs situation yesterday. Talk about the game, talk about all that stuff. Matt Scherzer with an incredible grand slam. All that notwithstanding.
That's Caesar, not Scherzer.
What Caesar? God damn it! I always
think Scherzer.
He's got a weird fucking last name. He's got the Z in there, the SCZ shit. I don't know. Yeah, Caesar, Matt Caesar, not Scherzer. Caesar hit a beautiful grand slam. But that's not the story of that game. Warren G. Yes, Warren G. Nate Dogg and Warren G. Regulators, mount up. It was a clear black night, a clear dark moon. Warren G. was on the street trying to consume that Warren G. That guy.
I'm too white for that. So
apparently I am too, but still. He comes in to do the 7th inning stretch, taking me out to the ball game, and he flubs it. In such a way, if I wasn't afraid of getting hit on copyright, I'd play it because it's hysterical. The words were wrong. He was off tempo, and he's technically a singer. It's hysterical. What do you think of these? Really, the Cubs are the only team that still really does it because that's kind of a Cubs tradition. Do you think that they should get rid of the seventh inning stretch altogether? What do you feel? What are your thoughts on the seventh inning stretch? To take me out to the ball game.
Keep it going irregularly. It's a tradition. Keep it going.
Yeah, it doesn't drive you insane though.
Well, I haven't heard the Warren G thing yet, so it might make me want to launch myself into a ceiling fan when I hear it.
Have you heard Ozzy's? Ozzy Osbourne? I mean, there are a whole bunch of terrible ones. Mike Ditka.
It's true. Oh, yeah.
Mike Ditka's. Jeff Gordon, call it Wrigley Park or Wrigley Stadium. That was really good.
Yeah.
That was really good. There's a whole bunch of guys who have come on there and just been awful. I'm not even talking about just the Cubs thing, but the whole take me out to the ball game. I got a couple of questions on this. Why is the seventh inning stretch in the seventh inning? Why is that?
Right? Wouldn't it be like after, let's say, the fifth, or the fourth?
Yeah, halfway through. Or don't you typically stretch before athletic activity? I don't get it. I don't understand the entire thing. I kind of understand it when you think about it. Like, okay, you've been sitting for 7 innings. Everybody get up and stretch. And
that's a good idea. Let's let everybody try to stand up while everybody's simultaneously wasted.
That's right. 7 innings of drinking and eating hot dogs the size of fucking Miami. Yes,
if you're at an Atlanta Braves game, those are a very long 7 innings.
Yes, it was pretty bad. The Acting Maniac says, Ozzy Osbourne saying, take me out to the ball game. I know what I'm watching after the live stream. Yes, he did, and it's glorious. Ditka's is real good, too. Ditka's is special.
He didn't fall asleep while he was doing it, did he?
He didn't fall asleep, and he didn't fart, but he sang it just like Ditka would. He just screamed it really fast. Really, really fast screaming. It was good stuff.
Sounds like Ditka.
Yeah, it was Ditka. It was very, very Ditka-esque. Ditka-esque. It was some good stuff. So, yeah, those are the main things I wanted to talk about. We did have a question in the chat. Oh, well, I lost my fucking thing. That's real good. Good job, idiot. But somebody asked, who do we think is going to take the East?
AL East?
I'm thinking NL East, but I'm not sure. Let's start with the AL and then go to the NL. Jeff, who do you think is going to take the AL East?
The AL East, man. Everybody's really starting to pick it up, and Baltimore's cooled off from that really hot start they got off to. I mean, again, every single year we count the Rays out, but they just pitch and pitch and pitch, and they always find a way to stay in it every single year.
Yeah, they do.
But I don't know, man. This is tough. I'm still waiting for the Yankees to simultaneously get osteoporosis. I'm still waiting for that.
waiting for their joints to fall off, and yes, I think everybody is.
And if Toronto can get another arm in that starting rotation, I still like Toronto because that lineup is just not fair.
It's really good, but it hasn't been all that great. Boston, to me, is the team to truly beat in that division.
Yeah, I want to say Boston, but I don't.
Well, probably for the same reasons why you didn't last year, because of the pitching.
Although I do like their pitching a lot better this year than last year.
I agree with that. I mean, how can you not with David Price? You know?
Right.
But I still feel like they're an arm away. Baltimore has calmed down quite a bit, but I still like Boston. Before we get into the NL East, Sod Villa, SF man, is here. Tread fucking lightly because this is going to be. Are you sure you want to ride this ride? Are you sure?
I'm just here to state my argument.
Okay, go ahead. Present.
So I have reason to believe that Jake Arrieta is taking roids.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. Like all right, I'm not even on. No, you're done. This stupid shit happened in the mainstream media recently, and Jake Arrieta laughed it off. And then those 2 fucking gas bags, fucking, what's that motherfucker? Skip Bayless and his partner, racist fuckhead. Oh, God.
I don't know who that is.
You know who I'm talking about. God, what's his name? I forgot his name. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. But they were like, Jake Arrieta shouldn't be laughing off any steroid allegations. Why? Why shouldn't he be laughing off? He should get angry? If anybody knows anything about Jake Arrieta and you've seen his progression from where he came from to where he is, it's one of the most natural, organic progressions you'll ever see in pitching. It's goddamn downright beautiful. And he does Pilates. He's a Pilates man. Nobody who does Pilates does PEDs. Not happening. Stephen A. Smith. Thank you, Jericho Zambros. Thank you, Sean Bonner. Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith and Skip fucking Bayless. Those terrible goddamn gas bags. Two worst personalities on talk radio. I swear to God. It's like they want to be Tony Kornheiser and Mike Wilbon, but the difference is Tony Kornheiser has talent. Tony Kornheiser is actually a really, really good personality. He's funny. He's old and crotchety. He's a great writer. Mike Wilbon, fuck Mike Wilbon, but that's a good team. Skip Bayless and fucking Stephen A. Smith, no, sir. But yeah, that's ridiculous. I don't even want to dignify the Jake Arrieta stuff. This is why I don't like taking some callers. Like I give Sodville an opportunity, and that's what he comes up with. Arrieta's steroid cheat.
Yeah.
Do you see what I have to deal with?
Oh, I see what you have to deal with. I don't deal with stupidity very well either.
But let me ask you a question. Since it was brought up, is it completely out of bounds? Because, I mean, we see guys like Dee Gordon who's getting these hits and stuff. So, obviously, there are still steroids in the game, and they don't test for HGH. And I believe everybody's used HGH, so it's...
Some form.
There's some form. Yeah, people are always looking for advantages. So, is benefit of the doubt gone for everybody? I mean, that's the question. Does anybody beyond reproach at this point? Even a guy like Jake Arrieta.
I think nobody has the benefit of the doubt anymore because, I mean, you look at Arrieta, look what he was in Baltimore. I mean...
But you look at a guy like Arrieta, he always had the stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. That's. I was getting to that.
Sorry,
but yeah, I mean, you look what he did in Baltimore. I mean, he wasn't that great. Then he comes to Chicago and he turns into God. And every time someone has a massive leap in performance, everybody nowadays automatically assumes that they're on roids.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if Lance Armstrong.
Yeah, but with the thing with Arrieta, I mean. If you watched him in Baltimore, you saw the stuff was there. The stuff was there, and then he gets to Chicago, and he figured something out.
I don't know. It's... The thing is, you can be bad early in your career and then come on late. I mean, it does happen, especially in the pitching game. There could be many, many different reasons why he didn't perform early on. Maybe he just didn't have the mental game. He goes to Chicago, changed scenery. Look, he came over with another guy who was having control issues too, and Pedro Strop. They've both been amazing in Chicago. They've both been amazing
Strop
there.
And Jake Arrieta for Scott Feldman and Clevenger.
Yay. I still love that trade. It's so good.
The one move Baltimore makes.
And then we have more controversy with Baltimore this year with Dexter Fowler, who was supposed to sign with Baltimore, doesn't get his opt-out clause, says, fuck, he goes back to Chicago, and he's one of the best hitters in baseball right now. I love it.
So apparently the Orioles and the A's are the Cubs.
Bitches?
Yeah, there you go. I was trying to think of a nicer way to say it, but no.
Whipping. I guess we could have went whipping boys. We could have said whipping boys, but I don't know. Bitches puts a nice little point on it. I like that. I like it. I think it works quite well. Here's a little fantasy tidbit. Did you know one of the most dropped players over the past 2 weeks has been Trevor Story? The people cooled on Trevor Story because he hit his first 8 home runs and then he died. Stopped hitting home runs. And
he hit one yesterday.
He hit 2, I believe, or 2 in the last 2 days. He's up to 10 now, tied for the league lead. what's the book on Trevor Story? Who is the real Trevor Story?
Well, like we talked about, I think it was 2 weeks ago, he's got your prototypical power hitter. I mean, it's a lot of all or nothing with him.
Yeah.
Plain and
It
simple.
does seem to be. The guy struck out 35 times this year.
How many games did they play? They played, what,
21.
Okay, yeah, you're approaching that 2-1 2-1 mark. Yeah, that's not good.
87 at-bats, 35 strikeouts,
Okay,
9
yeah,
walks.
that's a little troublesome.
It is.
When half your outs are strikeouts, yeah.
It's not good. You know what's troubling for me? It's his 320 on base percentage, a little troubling. He's only slugging 678. That number, that's the troubling number for me. A guy who has 10 home runs this early in the season should not have a 678 slugging percentage, but he's not hitting any doubles. He's got 3 doubles this year. He's got 10 home runs, but he only has 22 hits. So, I mean, I don't know, man.
Yeah, like I said, it's basically all or nothing.
He's Mark Reynolds. You know, someone just said in the chat, Jericho's Ambrose just said Mark Reynolds. Yeah, he's Mark Reynolds. That's who this guy is.
You have Mark Reynolds on your team.
You might have 2 of them if you have Trevor Story. But the interesting thing with Colorado is if you look at the stats of who's leading the league in home runs, they don't just have one leader up there in Trevor Story. They have a second. Because Nolan Arenado, who I got to give you 100% credit for this last year, at the beginning of the year, you were talking about this kid, about how good he was, you saw him sustaining it. This kid looks like the real deal.
Oh, you're waiting for me to jump in.
Yes.
No,
I was giving you an opening.
Oh, well, thank you. I'll take it now. Yeah, he's leading the league in home runs. This dude's got some scary pop, and you want to say, oh, it's in Coors Field. Yeah, well, he's actually better on the road.
Yeah, that is kind of scary.
He's hitting 287. That's above his 281 career mark, and his on-base percentage is 30 points higher than his career. His on-base percentage for his career is in the highest, only at 320, but he doesn't strike out or really walk a lot.
No, he doesn't.
The ball in play almost every at bat.
But he's got a real healthy OPS, man. His on base plus slugging is 1.032.
Yes,
that's really healthy.
When it's over 1, that's pretty good.
Yeah, you're in Bryce Harper territory. You're in Bryce Harper land, and that's not a bad place to be.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. He's walked 9 times and he's struck out 8 times this year. So there you go.
Yeah. The funny thing is, 20 home runs between the 2 of them, and yet Colorado is second to last in that division. They're 10-12. They're scoring a lot of runs, but typical Colorado play, they're also giving...
I think you may have forgotten that they have grocery baggers for pitchers.
They do. It's a little unfortunate. This is... I don't get it. I don't understand the thought process of this team. They got some good arms. This Tyler Chatwood could pitch. I'm going to once again go back to my let's move Colorado rhetoric. Colorado needs to be moved out of Colorado. Come to Vegas.
I believe De La Rosa does pretty well at Coors Field.
He does. He did the other day, too, because he got me a whole hell of a lot of fantasy points. But you know what the great thing is? If you want to keep them the Rockies, you can do that. Move them to Vegas. Move to Las Vegas. That's okay. The Las Vegas Rockies. There's a little bit of Rockies there, just a little tiny bit, I believe. They got the Sierra and the fucking they stretch into each other. It's good to go.
Yeah, close enough. Close enough. Why
Fuck
not?
it. They're rocky. They're mountains. Mountains are made of rocks. Fuck it. It works. Fuck it.
There you go. Problem solved.
Let's open it up to calls, questions, whatever. If you guys have questions, put them now in the chat. You could also call in. Huffman, you got anything you're seeing along the wire that you want to bring up? Because I am tap dancing.
Other than with the Cardinals, who dropped another game today and are now 500.
Ooh.
I'd have a feeling I'd be more upset about that if I wasn't still in hockey mode right now.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling once that ends, I'll probably start getting upset. But But the difference is with the Cardinals this year than last year. Last year was all the offense struggling, but their pitching was just ungodly good.
Yeah,
This year it's the other way around.
that's right.
And I gotta say that this is much more frustrating watching the Bad News Bears play the field.
Yeah. Yes.
It's like get in front of the ball. How difficult is that? Get in front of the ball.
Yes. I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm assuming you do based off what you just said. Nobody, including the Cubs, have scored more runs than the St. Louis Cardinals.
And yet you are 12-12.
142 runs scored this year for St. Louis.
12-12.
12. That's what it buys you. 12-12.
You have Aledmus Diaz hitting 420.
Yeah.
420. And you're 12-12.
The 12-12 is troubling, but the 6 games back is more troubling.
Yeah, well, we were playing for the wild card game anyway, so.
All right, I've avoided this long enough. I'm gonna go. I got to do it. Jeff, talk to me about these Cubs, man. 17-5. I don't want to talk about them too much because, like, I feel like I drool over them enough. But God, this team is good.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. They are good. They are very good. Let's just go through some averages here. You got Dexter Fowler hitting 347. His on base is only 474. Nothing big there. You got Matt Caesar, who's a bench player, just coming off the bench, hitting grand slams whenever.
Yeah.
You got Chris Bryant doing Chris Bryant things. Let's see. Yeah, Anthony Rizzo's only hitting 218, but his on base is 384. He's only got 8 home runs and driven in 24 while hitting 218. Let's see. Jake Arrieta already has a no-hitter this year. Lester's pretty good.
Lester has gotten himself back to what he was a couple of years ago. It seems like he looks real scary.
Yeah, Lester's pretty good. Jason Hamill, he only has a .75 ERA, which is lower than Arrieta's. I mean, what else here? Adam Warren's ERA is 0. That's only in 8 innings, but
Hector Rondon is striking out everybody he faces.
Even my twin, he's got a mid-3 ERA. So.
Yeah, you know what? For a fifth guy, you'll take that. Hendricks is
when everybody else is posting under 2.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you'll take that.
You'll take it.
So yeah, really not much going on there.
And think of this: they're doing that without Jason Hayward really making much of an impact.
Hayward hasn't done anything.
He's walked a lot. He's got 13 walks so far. You'll take that. He's also stolen 4 bases already this season. Granted, at 7'5", he doesn't have to take too many strides to steal a bag.
Right.
But still.
When you're Usain Bolt but also 230 pounds. Yeah.
Are you surprised at the slow start that he's having? I mean, he started slow last year too. Maybe he just doesn't like the cold.
I see the same thing he was doing last year. He's not really driving the ball. He's rolling over pretty much everything.
Yeah. I'm hoping.
When the rest of the lineup is the 27 Yankees, I mean, and that's without Babe Ruth.
Yeah. That's without Schwarber. It's like everyone was freaking out. Schwarber was not going to happen, and I don't know. But the Cubs have some tough games coming up here. We got some fun games. The Nationals are coming to town. We got a series with the Pirates. Man, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I'm very much looking forward to it.
Yeah, they're taking 2 or 3 from the Nationals, and they're sweeping the Pirates.
Really? Is that a prediction?
Yep. No, that's what's going to happen.
So that's a prediction.
Oh, that's what is going to happen.
Oh, okay. You're okay.
I'm saying it will happen.
Oh, there's no question here. Okay, I like that. Right. I like that. We don't see the Mets. Holy shit! We don't see the Mets to July. June 30th.
Great job scheduling. Great job. Great job. Yeah, let's play everybody in the division 17 times.
It's kind of ridiculous when you think about that. This is the National League Championship Series from last year, and yet they don't play each other till June 30th? Really?
Playing everybody in the division 17 times,
Yeah, I know,
not
they really
necessary.
do. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. But you look, the Cubs. To be fair, the Cubs have beat up on a lot of low-hanging fruit. I mean, Milwaukee, Cincinnati. We did lose 2 to Colorado, 2 out of 3. But a lot of games against Cincinnati, Arizona. We've had some low-hanging fruit. We got a little bit of a tougher stretch here. I'm loving what the Cubs are doing, though. I really am. So much fun.
When your win-loss is over 3-1, I think you'll take that.
Oh my God! Did you hear that?
Are you okay?
Did you hear that?
I did. That's why I asked if you were okay.
Oh my God! Rocket fuel, dude! You could power a space station, which just came out of my ass. I think I gotta go. I think I just shit myself for real. I can't. I'm not even joking. I'm a little bit frightened. I think I just shit myself on camera, Jeff. I've played around with these farts before, and I've put some sticky ickies out there, but I think I just shit my pants.
Even if you did, you could have just played it cool.
No, it panicked me. I'm panicked right now because I'm in a new chair, and it's a lawn chair. It might go through. This is gonna get really bad. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's not good. Anything else, Jeff? You got anything else in the world of baseball that we missed?
Trying to think off the top of my head. No, nothing that I can think of.
Here's a couple quick hits. San Diego, getting worse. Still really bad. Milwaukee, really, really bad. Atlanta, atrocious. Houston.
Cincinnati and Houston. Thank you.
Houston. That's the team to talk about. I mean, Cincinnati, we were expecting not to be great.
Well, their entire bullpen is Bronson Arroyo, and all they do is give up home runs.
Right. But Houston, 7-17. What the fuck? What is happening?
I guess they're still sulking over that division series loss to the Royals.
I guess. I don't understand it. This lineup seems too good. Carlos Correa not doing what he did last year thus far. Not having a bad season.
Give him time. Give him time. He'll pick it up.
He's like 21. Yeah. Altuve is still doing Altuve things.
9 days younger than me.
Is he really? Jesus.
That's wonderful.
Altuve is still doing Altuve things, but nobody else is really, like George Springer not being the guy they thought he was going to be. Colby Rasmus has cooled the fuck down from his ridiculously hot start. He's starting to cool down, come back to earth. Tyler White, he showed a little bit of something. Evan Gattis, I don't know why putting your stock into him, I never understood. Is it possible this team is just not that good?
No, I still think they're pretty good.
I think they overachieved last year, and I don't know. I'm worried about this team. I
still think they're a pretty good team. I still think they'll end up hovering at or a little above the 500 mark.
They've given up 123 runs already this year, man. Nobody else in that division has even given up 100. It's not good. Luckily, no one's run away with it. I mean, Texas is 13-10. It's not like anyone's run away with this thing. Houston's still only 6.5 back, but still, I don't know. That seems like a deep 6.5 to me.
You say deep 6.5. I look at the NL Central being a deep 6 games with the Cardinals there. I see that as being pretty deep.
But see, I don't count the Cardinals out, man, because they're the Cardinals. I'm not foolish.
If they still think they're playing soccer on the infield, then be a little concerned. But luckily, it's hockey season, so I don't have to worry about this right now.
At least for another probably 5 games, if I had to guess.
Possibly. We'll see.
I think you angered the hockey gods with your ranting. And
Nope.
You might be punished.
Nope.
We'll see. I think that's about going to wrap it up for this week because I really think I crapped myself, and I'm terrified at this. So thank you guys for joining us, man. I hope you enjoyed the show. Put your questions in the comment section for next week, and I'll make sure to get to your questions and all that good stuff. And we will talk about it and rap about it and have a good time. Share our feelings.
I will be done with school. Yay.
That's right. Next week, Jeff Huffman will be done with the school.
God.
So I'll have your undivided attention here, even more so. It's great. No more stats class.
Oh, no. I don't even want to think about that.
That's right. No more number. You're getting away from stats class, but we're talking baseball.
You know what? I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm not even gonna say anything.
Probably for the best. Probably for the best.
Probably.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Huffman, as always, thank you very much.
We'll at least wait till I'm done with the class.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a good idea. I feel like I failed you this week. I didn't have a whole hell of a lot to talk about. I know that
I didn't have anything.
Yeah,
so.
It's all right though. As the season wears on, we'll get more stories. More things are going to happen. It's still very early in the baseball season. What's that?
So I'll have time to get something.
That's right. That's right. But it's been fun so far. I've been enjoying. The Cubs got rained out today, and it's like 35 degrees in Chicago, so you're not playing baseball in that anyway. So there you have it.
So it's like 75 here.
Oh, nice.
No, it's humid.
Oh, is it? Oh, I do not miss the humid summers. Let me tell you that.
I can deal with heat, although I don't like it. I can deal with it if it's humid. No.
Oh yeah, that's suffocating shit.
I'm good. If it's humid outside and it's in the summer, I'm gonna be like Howie from the Benchwarmers. No.
There you go. Sun, my enemy. That's right.
That's sun, real bad. It wants to hurt me. Safe room.
That's right. Thank you guys for joining us right here on Touch 'Em All, your weekly baseball show. We'll see you next time right here on Dead on Day Productions, which for me will be tomorrow after the pay-per-view. Payback, that's right, because we do wrestling here as well. So Payback tomorrow, right afterwards. Make sure you're here. Also, check out my man, Too Tall, who'll be doing his Payback prediction show a little bit later on tonight, I believe in 2 hours. Make sure you go check that out. Also, we got not In the Crease, Shot from the Point live tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Huffman, you've been banned because you're not allowed to watch hockey games and be on the show at the same time anymore.
Right, which I don't understand because I figured me yelling at my TV would be entertaining. But
it's a tad bit distracting. Just the tad. But Tommy C will have the rest of the boys on there, and Huffman will probably be white-knuckling as he's watching the Blues and Dallas game 2. So all of that and more, make sure you go check out Shot from the Point live, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over at Shot from the Point right here on the YouTubes. You can find all of that information and more right in the description box. Huffman, any final words?
I guess make sure that the chicken you cook isn't bad. So.
Yep. Nobody likes salmonella. I agree.
No, I now know what that feels like, and it's not fun.
Remember, kids, when you cook your chicken, you want clear juices to come out. That's information for life. Thank you guys very much for joining us. Like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you next time right here on Dead on Day Productions. And as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. Peace.